Hi teacher, and today we explain about reducing and analyzing blocking neural networks. So let's go straight in. What's it blocking? Blocking was like when we was training about our models, and then it's the loss is decreasing, and then like when and then you forcing it to learning more with training more AirPods. It exactly was just like like your test slot will be like increasing with it calling about overfitting, and then you're forcing it to learn it more, like about more than 100 epoch extra. It exactly which is somehow it will be like the test slot is decreasing again, which is called blocking. So let's go straight to our neural network, and I was explaining it and showing how it's showing about the blocking. Let's go straight in. The first thing was like we're setting whether if our computer have GPUs, if we're using GPUs, otherwise we'll be using CPUs. And next thing I'm just like setting out the random parameters for modular addition in order to showing whether we to like stimulation of the blocking, and we are generate data using like like a random number. And the next thing was like the formula of the addition. And the next thing we concerning about tensor to like dash model to do tensor, because like we are using about the PyTorch with a PyTorch a focus to using tensor instead of like all the syntax. And the next thing I'm just setting up the training side and the test side, which is splitting it between like about 80% of the training side and 20% of the test side. And the next thing I'm just raising about the really simple neural network thing. I'm just adding about one connected layer with the activation function, and the next thing was like another connected layer, which is we calling about hidden layer. And then the next thing was like the activation function, and the last thing was like our output, which is the connected layer. And we are also setting up about which model we are using, which is doing it here. And the next thing was like the criterions we are using, which is entropy loss. And the next thing we just like training our model in here, and then we updating it using back propagation, updating it, optimize it, and then training it, updating, continue it until we are done. And then we evaluate that's our models and bringing it outside. I'm just comparing it here. I'm comparing between like about different learning grade, which is 0.1 and then 0.001. And this is about how I plotting into the test, and then the test and trend lot became different learning grade. And you can already know like about when you're setting up about a learning grade like 0.01, it exactly just like faster in the coverage, but like it's not very good because like like it's make our model learn really fast. So like yeah, using about the learning rate which is smaller, it exactly just have model to learning more about the detail, which is pretty good, better. And you can see in here from the airport 0 to 100, 0.01 it exactly just like higher loss in the training and the test slot compared to the learning rate 0.01. And you can see in here is like we are using about 0.01, 0.001, which is much be better. And the next thing was like you can see in here the test slot is 10 4, and they become like increasing again, although that we are using a lot of AirPods. What we are what is the result in here? I have a conclusion and a few reasons for this one. Was like the first thing, because like we non-train enough AirPods, so that's the reason why we cannot see clearly about how it broken. And the next thing was like our neural network is too simple, and so because we just have a little bit connected layer, so that's the reason why it's not big. Like we cannot see the broken in this case. So yeah, and the next thing, because in the paper we are trying in the paper is training like about, I remember was like 1 million AirPods, but in here we're just training about 1,000 AirPods. So yeah, so that's it might be another reason why we cannot see the broken in here. So yeah, that's all about my conclusion. Thank you.